So very good morning. Today we will solve this problem. See the problem. Record the following transactions in a 2-column cash book of Shri Satnaren. January 1st, cash in hand rupees 12,100 and bank balance given rupees 8,000. 5th January, received a check from Mohan and Company rupees 4,000 and discount allowed rupees 200. As this check is received from Mohan and Company, and they told us that this check was deposited on 10th into bank, so on 5th January we have to pass journal entry into journal proper for this transaction, that is received check from Mohan and Company and discount allowed. So the entry will be check in hand account debit 4,000, discount allowed account debit 200, to Mohan and Company's account 4,200. Understood? We will not enter anything in cash book on 5th January. Now 7th January, cash received from sale of shares rupees 12,000. Shares is our investment, and so we have to enter the entry by giving heading investment. Entry will be receipt side cash column. 8th January, received cash rupees 900 and check for rupees 700 for cash sales. Again received cash rupees 900. This entry will be in receipt side cash column. Then they told us that we have received check for rupees 700 for cash sales, and this check is deposited into bank on 10th. So on this date we will pass journal entry in journal proper for this check received, and the entry will be check in hand account debit 700 to sales account 700. On 10th January both these checks will be recorded in cash book on debit side in bank column. Understood? That is check on 5th and check on 8th. 10th January, paid into bank means deposited into bank, including checks received on 5th and 8th January rupees 10,000. Means they have deposited total rupees 10,000. From that both the checks, that is check received on 5th January worth rupees 4,000 and check received on 8th January for sale cost value of rupees 700, total amount 4,700. The checks are deposited into bank, plus 5,300 will be the remaining amount, because they have deposited total amount rupees 10,000. From that 4,700 is of checks, so 5,300 will be of cash. Okay. 12th January, paid for repairs of typewriter rupees 200, payment side cash column. 14th January, drew a check for office use rupees 2,000 and for personal use rupees 1,500. 15th January, paid to Chandarpal by check rupees 600 and discount received rupees 50. 16th January, gave a check to Surender for cash purchase of furniture for office rupees 5,000. 20th January, received a check from Naresh and Company for commission rupees 1,800. Again on 20th January, rent paid by check on personal account of Satnaren rupees 800. Means from business account the check has been issued and this check was deposited to the personal account of Satnaren, and this amount is paid for rent. Okay, so this is personal thing, drawings of the owner. 22nd January, issued a check for petty cash rupees 100. 24th January, instructed the bank to issue a bank draft for rupees 6,000 in favor of Amrit Lal, and the bank charged rupees 20 for issuing the draft. So one entry will be for bank draft and one entry will be for bank charges. 29th January, received a bank draft for rupees 3,900 from Raghuveer in full settlement of rupees 4,000 due from him. Discount claimed by him was disallowed. And last, on 30th January, bank collected interest on securities rupees 250. Okay, so let's solve now. Good morning students. Today we will again solve a double column cash book. that is cash book with cash and bank columns. Okay, this is debit side, that is receipt side, date particulars, V number, LF, cash and bank column. This is credit side, date particulars, payments, V number, LF, cash and bank column. Okay. Now here we will enter the transactions from the given problem. See the problem. On 1st January, cash in hand 12,100 and bank balance rupees 8,000. So January 1st, year is 2017. This is the cash book of Sri Satnarayan, and we are posting all the transactions in this cash book. Okay. First we will write the opening balance, to balance brought down. Opening balance of cash is 12,100 and bank balance given is rupees 8,000. It means in their cash box, there is a cash of rupees 12,100 and in their business bank account the balance is rupees 8,000. Now next transaction. On 5th January, received a check from Mohan and Company rupees 4,000 and discount allowed rupees 200. See here, we have received the check, but this check is not deposited into bank on that date. So this entry will be passed in the journal, that is cash in hand account debit 4,000, discount account debit, the discount is 200 to Mohan and Company's account rupees 4,200. त्याच दिवशी चेक भरलेला नसल्यामुळे जर्नल एंट्री होणार आहे. जर्नल प्रॉपर मध्ये जर्नल एंट्री काय होणार आहे ते मी परत एकदा सांगते. चेक इन हँड अकाउंट डेबिट 4,000, डिस्काउंट अकाउंट डेबिट 200 टू मोहन अँड कंपनीज अकाउंट 4,200. दिस एंट्री विल बी पास्ड इन द जर्नल प्रॉपर. आणि त्यानंतर पुढे जाऊन त्यांनी हा चेक बँकेत भरलाय असं ज्या वेळेला सांगितलेलं आहे त्यावेळेला हा चेक आपण बँकेत आलाय असं दाखवणार आहोत कॅशबुकमध्ये. आत्ता चेक भरलेला नसल्यामुळे बँकेमध्ये पैसे वाढलेले नाहीत, त्यामुळे कॅशबुकमध्ये आपण या तारखेला काहीही एंट्री करणार नाही आहोत. ओके. पुढे नेक्स्ट एंट्री. सी द नेक्स्ट एंट्री. इट इज ऑफ 7. Cash received from sale of shares rupees 12,000. So we have received the cash. Entry will be on receipt side. On 7th January, they have sold the shares of shares at rupees 12,000 and shares amount means cash invested in shares is our investment. So heading will be to investments account. Shares sold. Shares is our asset. Investment is our asset. So आपण इन्व्हेस्टमेंटच्या नावाने एंट्री केलेली आहे आणि त्यांनी कॅश रिसिव्ड असं सांगितलेलं आहे आणि कॅश रिसिव्डची अमाऊंट आहे 12,000. सो कॅश बॉक्समध्ये आपल्याला 12,000 लिहायचे आणि डॅश इन बँक कॉलम. ओके. नेक्स्ट एंट्री नाव. On 8th January received cash rupees 900 and check for rupees 700 for cash sales. कॅश सेल केलेला आहे आणि 900 रुपीची कॅश मिळालेली आहे आणि उरलेल्या अमाऊंटचा चेक मिळालेला आहे, पण तो चेक बँकेत भरला आहे असं सांगितलेलं नाही. त्यामुळे आपण फक्त 900 रुपीची एंट्री करणार आहोत. डेट इज 8th January टू सेल्स अकाउंट. कॅश सेल असल्यामुळे टू सेल्स अकाउंट आपण म्हणणार आहोत. कॅश बॉक्समध्ये 900 डॅश इन बँक कॉलम and for the remaining amount, that is check for rupees 700 received for cash sale, the entry will be check in hand account debit to sales account and the entry will be passed in journal proper. Okay. म्हणजे चेक मिळालाय असं नुसतं सांगितलेलं असेल तर चेक इन हँड अकाउंट डेबिट होतो. उरलेला अकाउंट क्रेडिट होतो आणि ती एंट्री जर्नल प्रॉपरमध्ये पास केली जाते. चेक डिपॉझिट केल्यानंतर त्याची एंट्री कॅशबुकमध्ये केली जाते. ओके, पुढे 10 paid into bank including check received on 5th and 8th January rupees 10,000. वाक्याचा अर्थ असा आहे, 5 तारखेला आणि 8 तारखेला जे चेक मिळाले होते ते चेक धरून टोटल 10,000 रुपीज बँकेत भरलेले आहेत. बघा, आपल्याला 5 तारखेला मोहन अँड कंपनीकडून चेक मिळाला होता 4,000 रुपयांचा आणि त्यानंतर 8 तारखेला 700 रुपयाचा चेक मिळाला होता कॅश सेलचा. ह्याचे टोटल अमाऊंट झाली 4,700 आणि उरलेली अमाऊंट म्हणजे 5,300, कारण टोटल 10,000 डिपॉझिटेड इनटू बँक असे दिले. उरलेली जी अमाऊंट आहे 5,300 ती कॅश भरली असा त्याचा अर्थ होतो, बँकेमध्ये भरलेली आहे कॅश. ओके, पहिल्यांदा आपण चेक भरले त्याची एंट्री करूया. सो डेट इज 10th January to check in hand account narration checks of dates are 5th and 8th. Deposited into bank. So total amount in bank column will be 4,700. Okay. Now they told us that paid into bank means deposited into bank. Total amount is 10,000. Out of that checks amount is 4,700. So remaining amount will be 5,300. 5,300 कॅश भरली आहे बँकेमध्ये आणि 4,700 रुपयाचा चेक भरलाय असं सांगितलंय. आता 5,300 रुपये कॅश भरली आहे म्हणजे पहिल्यांदा ती कॅश बॉक्स मधनं बाहेर गेली असं आपल्याला दाखवायला पाहिजे आणि नंतर ती बँकेत भरली असं दाखवायला पाहिजे. सो इट विल बी ए कॉन्ट्रा एंट्री. ओके, सो ऑन दिस डेट दॅट इज 10th January we will remove cash from the cash box to deposit it into bank. So by bank account contra entry we will remove 5,300 from cash box and then we will deposit this amount on the same date into bank. So to cash account contra entry and in bank column 5,300. So total amount deposited is 10,000. 4,700 in the form of checks and 5,300 cash deposited into bank. Total paid into bank, that is deposited into bank, is rupees 10,000. Okay, next on 12 paid for repairs of typewriter rupees 200. So on 12 by repairs account 200 and dash. Next entry, drew a check for office use rupees 2,000 and for personal use rupees 1,500. So drew means withdrew. Withdrew a check for office use rupees 2,000, personal use rupees 1,500. याचा अर्थ चेकनी बँकेतून 2,000 रुपये काढलेले आहेत ऑफिस यूजसाठी आणि 1,500 रुपीज काढलेले आहेत पर्सनल यूजसाठी. ओके, अँड द डेट ऑफ दिस एंट्री इज 14th January. So on 14th January amount withdrawn for personal use will be shown as by drawings account. बँकेतून 1,500 रुपये विथड्रॉ केलेले आहेत फॉर पर्सनल यूज आणि त्याच दिवशी ऑफिस यूजसाठी सुद्धा चेक इश्यू केला आहे, म्हणजे बँकेतनं चेकनी पैसे काढलेले आहेत ऑफिस यूजसाठी रुपीज 2,000. दॅट विल बी कॉन्ट्रा एंट्री बिकॉज वी विल रिमूव द अमाऊंट फ्रॉम द बँक अँड इट विल बी कम इन कॅश बॉक्स फॉर ऑफिस यूज. ओके, सो हियर बाय cash account, contra entry, will remove rupees 2000 for office use from bank, and then on the same date it will come in cash box. So to bank account, contra entry, in cash box amount will come rupees 2000. सगळ्यांना कळतंय काय झालं ते? बँकेतनं ऑफिस यूजसाठी 2000 रुपये विड्रॉ केलेत असं सांगितलंय. सो 2000 बँक कॉलममधून बाहेर गेलेले दिसतील, काढलेले दिसतील पैसे, आणि ते ऑफिस यूजसाठी असल्यामुळे कॅश बॉक्समध्ये आलेले दिसतील. 1500 हे ओनरनी पर्सनल यूजसाठी विड्रॉ केलेत असं सांगितलंय. सो ते बाहेर गेलेले दिसतील बँकेतनं, पण ते कॅश बॉक्समध्ये आलेले दिसणार नाही. अंडरस्टूड? नाव नेक्स्ट एंट्री. On 15th, paid to Chandarpal by check rupees 600 and discount received rupees 50. Paid to Chandarpal by check rupees 600. On 15th, paid amount paid to Chandarpal by check. So by Chandarpal's account in bank column rupees 600. चंदरपालला चेकनी पैसे पेड केलेले आहेत. and receive discount rupees 50. This entry will be entry of discount received will be passed in the journal proper. पुढे on 16th gave a check to Surender gave a check to Surender for cash purchase of furniture for office rupees 5000. Where given means owner has given a check for purchase of furniture to that party. So the party's name is Surender and the amount is rupees 5000. It means owner has purchased furniture and paid the amount by check to that party. So entry will be on payment side and date of that entry is 16th January. Heading will be by furniture account because we have purchased furniture and furniture is our asset, and amount is in bank column rupees 5000 as check was given for rupees 5000 for purchase of furniture. Next, on 20th January received a check from Naresh and Company for commission rupees 1800. So here we have received a check for commission. आता अशी एंट्री आल्यानंतर आपल्याला बघायचं आहे पुढे प्रॉब्लेममध्ये तो चेक भरलाय नंतर असं सांगितलेलं आहे का. 2-3 दिवसातच तो चेक बँकेत भरलाय असं सांगितलेलं असेल तर त्या दिवशी फक्त आपण चेक रिसिव्डची एंट्री करणार आहोत. बट इन दिस प्रॉब्लेम या चेक विषयी काहीही उल्लेख पुढे नाहीये बघा. चेक रिसिव्ड अ चेक फ्रॉम नरेश अँड कंपनी फॉर कमिशन 1800 आणि हा चेक भरलाय असं पुढे काहीही सांगितलेलं नाही. सो फॉर दिस एंट्री वी विल अज्यूम दॅट the check has been deposited on the same date into bank. Okay, so on 20th January on receipt side to commission account and we will write the amount in bank column 1800. We have assumed that this check has been deposited into bank on the same day. Okay, next आपण असं अजून का केलं ते तुम्हाला कळलंय ना. पुढे प्रॉब्लेम मध्ये कुठेही हा चेक डिपॉझिट केलाय असं सांगितलेलं नाही. सो आपण अजून केलंय की हा चेक जो आहे तो आपण डायरेक्टली बँकेमध्ये भरलेला आहे. ऑन 20th January rent paid by check on personal account of Satnaren. Rent paid by check on personal account means here from business account check has been given to pay the rent of Sri Satnaren, that is the owner. Okay, so this is drawings of the owner. So on 20th January by drawings account pay rent and amount is ₹800. ओके, म्हणजे बिझनेसच्या बँक अकाउंटचा चेक दिलेला आहे ₹800 आणि तो सतनरेनच्या पर्सनल अकाउंटमध्ये भरलेला आहे टू पे द रेंट, असं त्या सेंटेन्सचं मीनिंग आहे. ओके, नाव नेक्स्ट 22nd. On 22nd issued a check for petty cash ₹100. So here by petty cash account in bank column ₹100. पेटी कॅश याचा अर्थ किरकोळ पैसे जे दुसऱ्या बिझनेसमधल्या कुठल्या तरी छोट्या अकाउंटंटकडे वगैरे देऊन ठेवलेले असतात. पेटी कॅशियर असं त्याला म्हणतात, कॅशियरकडे देऊन ठेवलेले असतात. त्यातून तो छोटे मोठे जे खर्च असतात ते करतो. सो बाय पेटी कॅश अकाउंट 100. नाव 24. Instructed the bank to issue a bank draft for ₹6,000 in favor of अमृतलाल. ₹6,000चा ड्राफ्ट करण्यास केलेला आहे बँकेतनं अमृतलालसाठी आणि बँक चार्जेस वेअर ₹20 असं सांगितलेलं आहे. ओके, सो ऑन 24 जानेवारी अमृतलालला देण्यासाठी ड्राफ्ट करायला सांगितलेलं आहे बँकेला, म्हणजेच द पेमेंट हॅज बीन मेड बाय ए बँक ड्राफ्ट. सो हिअर ऑन 24 बाय Amritlal's account bank draft has been given, amount worth ₹6,000, and for this transaction bank has reduced or charged ₹20 bank charges. So by bank charges account ₹20. Okay, next. On 29th, received a bank draft for ₹3,900 from Raghuveer in full settlement of ₹4,000 due from him. So amount due from him is 4,000 and we have received a bank draft for ₹3,900. Discount claimed by him was disallowed. 4,000 amount was receivable from Raghuveer. We have received from him a draft of ₹3,900. So we have to enter this amount in receipt side of cash book. So on 29 draft received and we have assumed that it has been deposited into bank worth ₹3,900. रघुवीरने असं सांगितलं होतं इट विल बी इन फुल सेटलमेंट ऑफ ₹4,000, बट दे टोल्ड अस दॅट दिस डिस्काउंट वॉज नॉट अलाउड टू हिम. दिस इज जस्ट an information. We will not enter this amount here in cash book. Next, on 30th, bank collected interest on securities ₹250. So on 30th to interest on securities amount will be in bank column as bank collected the amount. It means bank deposited the amount in our bank account. So our bank account balance will increase by ₹250. Next, and this is the last entry of this cash book. So now we have to check. आपल्याला एकदा चेक करायचं आहे की आपण सगळे एंट्रीज केले आहेत की नाही, आणि त्यानंतर आपल्याला just like ledger we have to tally the cash book. First we will tally cash column and then we will tally bank column. Okay, so just check. So मी चेक केले, सगळ्या एंट्रीज करून झालेल्या आहेत, कोणती एंट्री करायची राहिलेली नाही आहे. सो फर्स्ट विल टॅली कॅश कॉलम डेबिट साइड विथ कॅश कॉलम क्रेडिट साइड and then we will tally bank column debit side with bank column credit side. Okay, First cash column, debit total is 27,000 and credit total is 5,500. So 27,000 is the big amount, 27,000. Then from debit total 27,000, we have to deduct credit total rupees 5,500. So balance will be 21,500. Okay, cash balance. याचा अर्थ टोटल रिसीट्स 27,000 आहेत. टोटल पेमेंट्स फ्रॉम टोटल रिसीट्स रुपीज 5,500. So amount remaining in the cash box that is amount remaining in office is 21,500. Now bank, we have to do debit total. It is 23,950. Now make the credit total. It is 16,020. So 23,950 we have to write on the both side, 23,950. From that amount we have to deduct the total of payment side, that is total payments, which is 16,020, and so the balance is 7,930. Okay, so we will write here 7,930 the balance, and on last date of January, that is on 31st January, by balance carried down. Cash balance is 21,500. Bank balance, total receipts are 23,950 into bank. From that total payments have been made worth rupees 16,020. So balance in our bank account, that is business bank account of Shri Sat Naren, was 7,930 on 31st January 2017. This is the closing balance of month of January, and in February this will be the opening balance on February 1st. To balance brought down 21,500 and 7,930. Okay, in this way we have to pass all the transactions, we have to enter all the transactions, cash transactions and bank transactions, receipts on debit side, payments on credit side, and for some entries we have to pass journal entries which will be passed in journal proper. Okay, so in this way solve this problem in your notebook and feel free to ask your doubts. That's all.